everybody. Welcome to Sunday night live chat. We're going to wait for some people to get on, if anybody gets on. I'm waiting on this one. Hello. How's it going, everybody? Let me know that you're here. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's Sunday, the August 26th, for a live stream edition. Hello, Sean. How are you? What's going on today on a lovely Sunday? How was your weekend this week? Did you guys go out and play at the casinos? Did you guys win? Let's hear about your weekend. Hello, hello. How are you, J Dubs? We did all right at Riverwind. We went there and they had a game show out there, and I don't know if you heard of it, the Gatsby, where they invite you to come out and they're literally just giving away free prizes and free cashes, and if they call your name to the stage, then you get even more money, $1,000 and up almost. But we did pretty well. Won 2 jackpots, total of around $6,000, and other than that, we had a good time. How about you guys? How did you guys do this weekend? What did you guys do? There was a photo sent by one of our members, Red Screen Ninjas here, of Newcastle, on a $25 machine that was hit with 3 ruby red, which looks really beautiful for an amount of $65,000, I believe. And it was hit yesterday. And we also had another member that sent us, let me see here, sent us another photo of a spot called, hold on, Mark Bowie sent a picture of a Chair Cake Roland. I guess he said he hit 2 jackpots, totaling of 21,000, 3 symbols on the gem and jewels, and also the crazy cherry, another 3 symbol on that, winning $20,000 on that. So he won a total of $40,000 this week. So congratulations to him. I'll share those pictures on our Facebook page for you guys to look at, but they're pretty amazing. Hey, Wino Videos. Lately, every time we go to the casino, my phone is dying. And getting good footage like now has been tricky. It's not normally I sit there and film, 20, 30 minutes before we get a good clip. And I haven't been getting a lot of good clips lately. We have one decent clip that I'm going to try to upload probably later on today. And it was on the Ruby Red machine, but other than that, yeah, it was pretty good. You went to Choctaw again and lost your ass off. I'm sorry about that, LaShawn. Went to Atlantic City today, hit $480 on a free slot play. Good job. Um, how are you, Coach T? Heading back to Texas tomorrow, and then I'll be heading to WinStar in Oklahoma. Yes, check out WinStar. They do like it. I wish I was at WinStar right now, but we are not. But a couple people, I think we had another guy went to Choctaw this weekend. Corey from our Facebook page. I don't know how well he did, but he said he went out there, so we'll see. Hopefully, how he did out there. What else is going on with you guys tonight? You know, it's about 1 year from this time here. You know, again, it was when we got heavily started in the slot machine gambling, and it seems like fourth quarter, you know, is when they start paying out. And I've seen all these payouts lately, no different from the two pictures we got yesterday. $40,000 total on a 3 symbol, and then $65,000 on Ruby Red. I mean, it's paying out this month and on, so don't give up yet. Hello, gaming and gamblings. How are you? Good to see you on here. Yeah, how do you guys been doing? How you been doing, gaming, gambling? Have you been winning this week? Have you guys go out and go and play? I feel like they have their machines turned off. Do you think there are certain times the casino do this? You know, we went yesterday, right before the game show started at 7. I'm sorry, Saturday, when the game show started yesterday, when it started at 7. And 5, 6 o'clock, I mean, there was barely anybody in the room there. But, you know, after midnight's when everything started pouring in. So I'd say if you were to gamble, especially at Riverwind, after midnight seems to be a good spot to go and hang out over there. No, we don't ever go to Remington, even though Remington is probably the closest casino, you know, compared to Edmond where we're at. And they just don't have any VGT games over there. And it's very smoky over there. And no, we haven't been there lately. And most non-VGT we're playing. Yeah, it's I'm sorry to hear that. The VGTs, we left the casino this morning, and they didn't seem to be paying at all this morning. But yesterday, midnight, seemed to be doing pretty well. We watched. I kicked myself on this, and we were sitting there. Me and another guy were sitting here watching the $100 slot machine, and we watched many people put in $100 in there, thousands of dollars in there, and I was so tempted to go over there and put in $100, and then this old man, this regular guy, come in, and he always played the left side, and he always played either or. Don't get me wrong, but he played the left side the most. Dumped in a few $1,000s over there, and sure enough, he hopped over. We wanted to take over the right machine, at least put in $500, $1,000 and see. And sure enough, this guy on his first spin, he jumps on the right side, and had a red spin on there and hit it for like $11,000 yesterday, and that could have been ours. It was very sad, but that's about it. For Bailey Dine Slots, casino don't really turn off machines. Yeah, I don't think they really turn off the machine either. I know because there's not a lot of people playing. You know, it seems like they do turn off, but no, you have some dead days. There are days where I'm hot and win, and there are days where I don't even get a crumb. Yeah, it does happen. Did you ever play Newcastle? Yeah, we played the Newcastle, and we were there maybe this Friday actually. We dropped by in for a little bit, and I noticed they did remodel the Newcastle, the high limit rooms in the back. They took out all the $10 machines and the $5 machines out of there, and it seems to be all $25 machines. Did they have a small? No, they may have a. I don't think they even put all. They took out all the small machines out of there, and they stuck nothing but $25 machine in there. Killed both $100 machines and $25 machine for about. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, Newcastle. Yeah, that's what's going on over there. They gave us a silly promotion over there too. You spend $400, you get like $30, which is barely 10% over there. So, just in case you guys feel like dropping $400 over there, there's that promotion going on this week. Do you think it's easier to win in small casinos or the big casinos? You know, my wife and I, we drove across I-40 where the Sugar Creek Casino was, and all those casinos in those small towns, and we stopped by. And to tell you the truth, I think it's a lot easier to win, a decent small jackpots, like $1,000, $1,200, in those small casinos, because there's not a lot of action going on over there. So yes, I think there is, especially in a town where max bet is like $5. A high limit max, $5 in one of the casinos there. So yes, I think you should often, if you go to these small casinos, don't be afraid to hit the max bet on some of these high limit rooms and test your luck there. But yeah, we do like the small casinos. How did anybody else out there win anything this week? Does it matter if more people play around you? I see people play 2 machines at a time. This is it's tricky. I think it helps, and I think it helps when you have more people playing. And I think sometimes 2 of these machines or more work well, when there's more people playing. And I think sometimes you see some of these guys, once they start winning, they start banging these other slot machines right next to them like they're playing the drums. And I think it helps. When you do play alone, don't get me wrong, you will hit a jackpot too. But, it might take a little bit longer. But I know it does help to have more than one people playing the slot machine. So I hope that answered your question. Maybe one day, one of this week or so, maybe I can call VGT and the aristocrats and see if we can get real answers and see what they say. Because I know these are just assumptions and these are what we our gut feelings are. But I'm almost convinced, from my theory this week is that since we had 2 pictures proof from one of our members that hit 3 symbols, I noticed like when we're at Riverwind, if Mr. Moneybag hits 3 symbols, all the Mr. Moneybags from the $5 to the $2 hits as well. So I do notice that, and maybe it's a coincidence that Mr. Moneybags hit 3 symbols, or Ruby Red hit 3 symbols, and the other ones didn't do. I don't know, but the more information you guys share on what you guys hit, the better, or at least we can get an idea. I don't know. Does it matter what the last person cashed out at when you pick a machine to play? I don't think so, because sometimes people abandon ship, and they abandon, for $5, $10, $1,000. I don't think it matters. I think it matters. It does matter if. I think it does matter if you notice who hit the machine, because sometimes someone just hit $10,000 and walked away from that machine, and you, without knowing that information, would think, "Oh, I like this machine. It's my favorite machine," and you go in there and start, dumping $1,000 in. And then you get married to it and wonder how come it's not showing you any love. So I think it helps to ask people around you and go, hey, this machine hit, and how long did it hit? And somebody's like, oh yeah, it hit like 2 minutes ago. I hit $1,000 off of this. I hit $5,000 off of this. And you know what? It doesn't matter if it's been hit, I guess, in a certain way. But and some machine hits and it goes dead, and some machine hits and it keeps hitting. So you gotta keep an eye on some of this. It's weird. I mean, I one of the techs that empties out that pays your hand pay. There's a function in the slot machine that's every now and then they might go in and log in real quick by accident, and you literally can see how much these machines take in per week, per month, and it'll tell you on there that this month this particular machine took in $10 million, and out of that $10 million it paid out $2 million, and you get an idea just how crazy these slot machines do take in. And if it hasn't reached that limit to where it's paid out yet, then I don't think the machine's going to hit at all. But when it reached that limit already and it's about to pay out, and it has to pay out, then that machine will keep paying out. So I've seen a lot of people hit back to back right after a hand pay, and that may be the case. Just like I said, sometimes I think the machine has reached its tipping point, and it's about to pay out, and it has to pay out, and no matter it just paid out $1,000, $4,000, it needs to empty a total of X amount of dollars before it resets again. And I think I wouldn't get too afraid, but you kind of have to pay attention to some of these machines. If it doesn't get a lot of action and it pays out a small, it takes so much money to put in there, and you notice it doesn't pay out at all, every now and then it does a big dump and it pays out $10,000, and it's done for the whole month again. So keep an eye on these machines, and at least you'll get an idea the feeling of some of these machines that you play regularly at and know. So I hope that answered your question. Odds are based on 13 million spins. Got it. How much do you normally put in a machine to start with? Sometimes when we get these free plays, and our free plays are like $100, $150 when we play, and we try to hit based off of those, and then depending on how well it does, or if it's giving you some cherries back to back, then we might put some money in. But ideally we want to put in as least as possible to hit a jackpot. Otherwise you'll end up buying these jackpots and it costs you $500-$600 to buy a $1,200 jackpot. It doesn't quite make sense, but you can ideally hit a jackpot and buy it, and sometimes it does cost a lot. I feel like when they take the money out of the machine late night and they then they don't hit as much. Do you see that too, or am I crazy? I think it disrupt the play. So while you're sitting there drinking and you're eating, and they're clearing out these seats and making you move, and it kills the action. I can see that, and it does die out a little bit. But they wouldn't do something like that on a busy night. You notice they only do that when you have a dead room of 5 people or so. Then that's when they start vacuuming and start emptying out these cash. So yes or no? Hi Jacqueline, how are you? 100 to 300 starting with free, hoping I hit with that. Yes, that's again the idea. You want to at least try to start in as little as possible. And if you're putting too much money in and nothing's paying out, then you need to leave machines. Anybody else do anything? Go anywhere this week? What else is going on with you guys? Did you guys? Was anybody at Riverwind this week? We didn't get to see anybody there. I seem to have better luck after 11 p.m. I have this theory, and every time you win, you should automatically take a picture of your winnings. Why? Keep a time log of it. Know when it hits, and maybe it's a coincidence. I don't know, but take a picture of these winnings, And if your jackpot that happens to hit on a Saturday at around 11 o'clock, who knows? Try it again, around that time frame and see if it works. And I did that once or twice, and it didn't quit, but it just seems like the action sort of got, you know, started up around that time again. But you guys should do that. That way, if you hit a big jackpot, take a picture of it, and then keep a log of it. I think the more data you get, the better. If all the machines are paying out and people are hitting, triple digits, double digits, hey, when's the next time that machine's going to pay out another $100,000? Is it a month from now, 2 months from now? When's a $2 machine's going to hit $20,000 again? And keep a log. And if it's every 3 months, go out and try that. Yes, we won this weekend. We won over $6,000 this weekend. What casinos let you record? I heard Choctaw let us record too, but again, I haven't been out there, so I really don't know. All the other casinos are really, strict about it. It seems like they won't let you videotape at all. I even went to the extent of buying a hidden pen camera that I keep in my pocket here, but after watching some of these footage, I can't even see what I'm shooting. That's the problem. So when I play back some of these videos, which they do play off, they play back really nice, like in HD quality. But it's like to the ceiling, to the side, and it's never a nice clean video like I would get from my phone. When will you see more videos from us? I will try to upload a video possibly tonight, and if not, maybe tomorrow for you guys. But I do have some footage, and I will get that up for you guys. I know you guys have not been getting footage, so I do apologize for that. And I do want to get good footage for you guys too, but I have not been getting footage at all, so I'm sorry. What else is going on with you guys? Do you think the slot hits more after busy weekends? I really don't. I really don't think so. I just know this. If you're in a room, and you notice the bells are ringing off, and you see guys with clipboards running in there paying people out, that's where you want to be. But when you're in a room and it's crowded and not a single person's in there paying out anything, then stay away. Go to, slow down. Don't get caught up in the excitement of it and then end up losing all your money, because that does happen. Do you have permission to film? How many casinos will let you? I don't think any casinos that we've been to allow us to film. And I was told that Choctaw is the only place that allows you to. Hopefully, which other casinos will eventually, let you do that. But no, I have not heard any people will let us, freely let us film. Vegas lets you film freely because I know I ask. So, no. What are your thoughts on playing 1 versus 2 versus max bet? Which one is better? Some slot machines do very well at single bet, and I notice sometimes somebody will sit there for hours or 30 minutes or so, and they'll max bet the hell out of it, and which is cool and all, and they're not getting a single action. They're not getting nothing. So when you see something like that, you go in there and do the opposite and do a single bet and see if that works out. And vice versa. I see single bet people play all the time, and they're getting red spins back to back every other one, but they're too afraid to step up, to double bet and max bet. And then that time frame, I feel like, burns off. And then 30 minutes later, that machine cools off, and it no longer acts the way it does. And it burns off, and that's it. Let's see here. Get footage of Willy Wonka machine. Those entertainment machines. I call them like the Hell, I call them the the brand name machines. They say those brand name machines never often pays out, and the reason why is because they have to pay a lot of royalties to license some of these names, like Willy Wonka and Ellen and all these names. So before they start paying out, they got to pay everybody else's first, and I don't know, but I never seen anybody hit anything crazy from the Willy Wonka and big machines, and maybe because I don't play it, but who knows. I recorded Riverwind, and I'm surprised nobody has stopped me. We love to see those footage. And again, most of our footage, we get these footage too. But when someone do catch you filming, it's they really act a fool in there. So be careful. If you haven't checked out the new channel, JB, 32,000 hit on $100 money bag at Chocolate Duran post today. Pretty sweet. We would have to check that out. I have not seen that yet. But yes, that seems like a nice video to watch. What else is going on, guys? Oh, so we sat there and we watched. We were watching some of these, action in the high limit rooms, and the machine in there. There's a Mama Million machine. There's two of them that sits in the corner of the high limits. And previously, the week before, it hit a lot of money, 10,000, 20,000, and it paid out a lot. And you would imagine that I guess this week would go cold, but sure enough, we watch that machine hit 2 jackpot back to back, and that machine paid out 2 jackpots, and it was a Mama Million single bar, and it paid out about like $3,200. No, $2,300, and the man who played it had about $2,000 in the machine, and I was like, wow, that's a good hit. And they wrote him up, and I was like, well, I wonder when he's gonna quit. So he sat there, and sure enough, he went up and down. He went up to $2,500, and then he dropped down to about like 17. And I was like, wow, that's a big, $800 I would have chickened out and left already. And then sure enough, he duked it out to 1,900, and he hits the exact same jackpot, the exact same, $2,300 jackpot, and he still had $2,000 in the machine. I was very at all. I was like, wow, he just cleared, another $4,600 out of there, and he still has $2,000 in the machine. So he built it up to 25, 28, and I watched him build it up as high as $3,100. And I was like, hot diggity, this guy, this machine's going to go to the moon. It's maybe he's going to hit another big jackpot. And it dropped down to 26, and it dropped down to $2,000. I think mentally you're like, okay, well, if it already, jackpot, whether it's free money or not, I don't know. But it dropped down to 2,000, and sure enough, it went below 1,600 to 1,500, and I said, well, maybe that would have been my exit point. I would have been like, okay, I dropped, within $1,000 range here, and it really didn't give me nothing. Maybe this machine's cooling off. But he dropped it all the way down to 0, down to 1,000, down to 500, and he dropped it down to 0. So he lost all that money that he could have cashed out. Reached it in his pocket, pulled out another few $100s, and then sure enough, he walked away with it. And to me, that sucks because you have, you're winning these jackpots, and then you get too married in them, and then you would think, they're going to hit some more. And sure enough, you end up giving back 1 jackpot, 2 jackpots, and you walk away with nothing. So be careful. Don't, set yourself an exit plan. And when you do hit, within reasons, if you still have $2,000 in the machine, whether it's free money or not, to say if it's not going to pay out within another $200, $300, walk away, exit. Don't get too greedy. And no different, from his $2,000 to $3,100, and he dropped down to zero. Was very sad to watch, and it happens to all of us. So don't do it. What else? Having a lot losing 2,000 and waiting on a $2,000. That's the damn thing I hate over at WinStar, because WinStar take their sweet ass time and to pay you. And I know I waited when I hit the jackpots over there. I waited over 30 minutes just because I ran out of money. And on the first jackpot, I hit that first jackpot nearly putting all my money into it, and I had to wait for the money to come before I could play again. And but Riverwind does a good job. They have a limit of about 15 minutes before they have to pay you, so they're being timed to deliver your money, and they want to make sure you get that money in your hand so you can gamble some more. But I noticed WinStar took their sweet ass time on that, and they need to work on that. What is the most amount of money you lost in one night? I can tell you, like last week, we lost $5,000 in that night. But yes, the most night that we ever lost total was about $20,000, and that was a very sad night. But no, and then even last week was a sad night too. Yeah, we lost $5,000 last week. So this week kind of evened it out for last week and this week. So, but yeah, have a limit. Don't get too carried away. We get carried away sometimes because sometimes when we're playing with two players, one does well, one doesn't do well, one runs out of money, one's winning, and then you don't want to sit around and just wait around. So yeah, and then the money ends up evening out, and yeah, that's not good. So be careful when you're playing in teams. How about you guys? What's the most amount of money that you guys played, and what's as much as you guys win and lose? Someone loses money. Yes and no. Sometimes we do that. Sometimes I see people get married to a machine, and I see them, dump $1,000 in a machine, maybe $2,000 in a machine, and I try to follow after them and try to put in a few $100s to see if it works. And sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't. I watched this person on a counting cash machine, single bet it, was getting a lot of red spins, but really didn't do nothing about it. So I jumped in there and did max bet and their $30 spins, and then a few spins in, we won $6,000 off of it. Get a check, don't take cash for payout. Less like to put back in. Get a check. Who gets a check? Come on now. Then you got to put that in the bank, and then the bank's gonna see you make these deposits, and they're gonna be like, "How are you making these deposits?" But you're right, and the check will keep you out of trouble. Don't get me wrong. But no, I never had a chance to ask for a check yet. Maybe we need to start doing that. That's a good idea. The most I lost in one night was 9,500. Moral victory being under 10,000, I guess. Most won is 19,000 in 5 hours session. Congratulations. We win. We win like 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. If you were to add up the winning slips, for that night is pretty. It looks pretty impressive. But if you actually sat there and said, I brought in $1,000. Minus that $1,000 and what I really took home that night, it's never the case of you winning, even money. You might win 10 and you take home 5. You might even win 10 and take home 2. So it varies. And again, some of these jackpots do cost money. You don't just go in there and hit right off the bat and then jump to another one and hit off the bat. We watch, there's a regular there that plays, she plays pretty big, and she hits $20,000, $50,000, and you would imagine she has a pocket full of cash, But end of the day, she's waiting for the next jackpot to come and pay her because she doesn't have any more cash left. And then now she has to pay tax on all these wins, and then on top of that, ran out of money. Neptune of Gold this week was paying out. I watched so many people got paid out this week. The last yesterday and today. Yeah, more of yesterday. And it was really busy. I played it twice so far. 5 cents a denomination or 10 cents. I couldn't tell you if 5 cents a denomination or 10 cents paid out more, but I know the first time we did it, we max bet it, and it paid out pretty nice. And we only got like $600-700 off the first time we played it. So it depends. And that was over at Newcastle. So where in Oklahoma do you play at, Christopher? We play almost everywhere, from Newcastle to Riverwind to Fire Lake, even Kickapoo and all these other small casinos. But the ones we get the most promotions and points at, we do it over at Riverwind, because they give us free plays. They give us restaurants and hotel stay and the whole 9 yards. So we go there the most. And that's where we try to play at. That way we can get free prizes and stuff like that. They did give us a $400 Yeti cooler for being a loyal loser over there, and that was really nice of them. So I can't say any other casinos have done that, but they did give us a nice Yeti cooler for being a member. So play with your cards. I encourage you guys. I started this year up $10,000 at ease. Got it up as high as $19,000. Now I am down $11,000 for the year. Been on a $30,000 downswing. Oh no, that's not good. Slow down there. Every time we lose this money, I sit there and I go, man, we could have bought our rental houses. We could have, $5,000 last week. That could have been 10% down on a $50,000 house. There's a lot of things, I think we have to. I think because we gamble, I don't know how big you guys gamble, but I think we have to sometimes sit and we need to reflect on the value of money, because sometimes $100 to us in a slot machine world is nothing. It's like it's one spin. I was gonna make T-shirts, and life measured by spins, and and but it's funny. Sometimes we look at stuff, and I go, wife wants to go and buy a dress or something for like $15, and I go, oh, that's just 3 spins. That's just one spin, and we forget on how I guess how much money value is. And then when you go and lose $5,000 one night, you shit yourself and go, man, some people work hard. They work 2 months for that, So sometimes I think you have to, step back a few and reflect and have the stomach to do that. Otherwise, you'll end up losing a lot. Do you ever do a group pot? I would love to do a group pot. I know we talked about doing group pots. I don't know how to even start a group pot and to even make it where it's legal, where everybody gets paid. If you guys want to donate some money to me, and I would take that and put it in a pot and maybe split it with you guys. So send me your super chat now, and we'll go and do something like that. But no, we haven't done that to where to where it legally wise, to where if we did hit, if everybody pulled in $100, and we went to a $100 slot machine to where everybody gets, W-9s and W-2s legally. I don't know. So we'll figure out how to make that proper, so at least we can attempt to do that. I think similarly, don't even want to stomach life to date losses. Yeah, we keep a win-lose statement every time we go to the casino and play, and it's a roller coaster ride, and you really have to, maybe the excitement isn't as normal as it is. We don't have too much drama in our life these days, but when you look at it, yeah, it's $1,000. This week, $2,000 next week, $5,000. Here, and it could add up. Um, so yeah, be careful. Me and my wife live in Alabama. We live in Owasso for 6 years. The most in my life hit in a year. The most in my life hit for in a year is $190,000. And that's a total of 6 years. Congratulations. That's a good win. Hope you had a good bookkeeper and accountant, so you didn't have to pay tax on that. So true. I just donated towards the pot. Thank you for your donations, but I didn't see that. What's your favorite VGT machine and why? I don't have a particular favorite, but yes, my favorite one that I do like is the payback machine. I don't know. It was simple. It's I don't know. It looks simple to play. It's blue. I had more I felt I had more jackpot wins from that machine until they turned it off. But other than that, wow! Thank you, Laney, for your super chat of $9.99. Thank you so much for that. Well, hopefully, we'll put that in our gambling pot there, and when if we hit something, we'll send it something your way. But thank you so much for that super chat. What else is there, guys? What's my favorite VGT and why? Yes, so that's my favorite. The first machine I ever hit off of was the Counting Cash, and that is a one-liner. It looks like a little wormy machine, I call it, and it just has numbers on it, and you just gotta connect on that single line, and in that single line, as long as the numbers added up, and the funny story was that we walked in the high limit room, and we put in $100 in there, and then sure enough, it gave us a red spin, and it spun a few times, and sure enough, it popped up on the screen. I didn't even know we won $24,000 total, and then sure enough, it just popped up on the screen. Congratulations, see attendance, and it blew my mind. So that's what we did, and ever since then, I fell in love with those. With the red screen, with the VGT machines, because they're a lot more simple to play with. And thank you again, Laney, for that super chat of $9.99. Let's see here. I like watching you. Thanks for the videos. Thank you for watching, guys. We are about 3,500 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to our video, yes, help us get to 4,000 subscribers. We're trying to hit that probably, hopefully by next month if possible, but we're growing in numbers every day. And if you haven't liked our videos, do so and subscribe, and that way we can make more videos, and then hopefully YouTube will pay us. Your subs are hidden to the public. They are, and there was a feature that I was playing around the other day, and I turned them off for some reason, but I will try to return that back on so you guys can look at our subscribers. But I think right now, on the back end side, we are right around 3,500 subscribers, and the more the better. So subscribe to our videos, and we'll make more. And of course, any other videos too, you guys can see. Watch those videos. Subscribe to. I'm not the only one that's making these videos on here, but I've been getting sad lately because I don't know how to record these videos. And, I've seen some of these guys in Vegas record these videos, and they're getting footage on a tripod every day and live super chat play, the whole 9 yard, and I don't know. And we can't do that. We can't even pull that off in Oklahoma. So It's kind of discouraging, but yeah. Hit the like button, guys. That's right, hit the like button. We have a little icon in the bottom of the video. Click to subscribe, the Ninja Star, and do that. Let's see here. We have a total of 39 people watching. That is the highest record for tonight. I'm glad. Normally we get about 20, 25, but that's awesome. Does anybody know how many subs you have to have before you start making money? Yes, you have to have over 1,000 subscribers to make money. But aside from 1,000 subscribers, you need to have a total of 4,000 hours of watch hours, which comes out to 240,000 minutes. So it took us 1 month to get this video to monetize, and you really had to work hard at it, because I think I put my sweat and tears in the first month pumping out these videos and trying to get good videos on here and getting the views on there, and trying to get people to watch it. So it's very easy to do. If you guys even think about doing it, I do encourage you guys to do it. One of the main things that I do want you guys to know sometimes, I know you guys complain about my shitty music I have on here, and in the beginning of my videos I had a lot of these royal free music that I stuck on there, and you're like, it's annoying. But you have to understand, some of these copyright music, if you have them on your video, you're not able to monetize them. So avoid using these copyright videos to, these music in the beginning, and by the time they flip the switch and start allowing you to monetize them, then all these videos you made, in the past can be used towards in the future. Otherwise, you're gonna have to rechange all these videos and re-edit all these, to make it even possible. So keep that in mind. Stay away from copyright, music and stuff like that, and you'll be okay. Anybody know what happened to Erica's Slot World? She was steady and MIA for over a month. She must have hit a big jackpot and left the world. I don't know, but no, I don't know what happened to her. And I know sometimes, no different. Getting good footage, every day. The struggle that I get from shooting video is that I can shoot you guys videos, and I can shoot you guys shitty videos where, you're going to say like, hey, I made $200, guys. I made $400, guys. Which, to me, you might enjoy it. You might watch it. And you might not even like... But I don't want to be like everybody else making $200 videos for you guys. If I'm going to make a video, I want to show you guys we hit 1,000 plus, a hand pay. And those hand pays don't come often. That's the sad part. They come, and obviously through our videos, you see we hit a lot of jackpots. But sometimes they come unexpectedly too, and when we don't, we don't have the cameras ready to go to catch it. So that's the problem. And the next video I'm about to upload is a perfect example of that. It's not even a red spin. It's just a ta-da, and here's your hand pay. And sometimes if you're not filming, you're not getting, and it doesn't give you any symptoms that it's going to pay or not, and again, we miss out on some of these good clips sometimes, and we end up getting pictures, so it's tricky. I just won my first jackpot at $3,200 last night. Congratulations, Levi. I hope you have videos and photos of that you can upload to our Facebook page and share them with our friends here. Have you ever played with any other VGT slot players from YouTube? We have not, and for the reason of that is that we try to be ninjas, and we try to be discreet, and by playing with other members, we will probably give away our identity. It was funny going to this Wednesday. I heard the Red Screen Ninja name a few times in passing, but nobody was able to figure us out yet. So, good thing. What's your opinion? Have you played other places, and can you compare? Nice casinos that looks like Vegas are my favorite. they're comfortable to play. Some casinos are smokier than other. Not that it matters to me a lot, although I used to smoke all the time, but now, it's a breath of fresh air sometimes, not having to smell like smoke when you leave the casino. And and then some of them is a tent, some of them is a trailer, that you go and gamble in, and it's tricky. So, there's no. I like going to a place that feels nice, that wins, friendly staff, friendly people, and that's where I like to hang out at. Um, you should do a video on things you have learned, the good, the bad, the ugly, starting in slots. I would watch that. You got it. I will make a video like that for you to watch. Red Ruby $10 version single bets. Was that over at WinStar, Riverwind? Where'd you get that at? What all casinos did you gamble at? We gamble casinos from Washington D.C. all the way down to Louisiana. And we try to gamble all over the place, but it depends. But we always try to stop in. Hello, Ty. We have a celebrity in the house, Ty Cox. If you haven't seen her channel, check her out. Along with even earlier too. I'm sorry, gambling and gambles and gambles, I believe. So yes, check out their channel if you guys haven't. Do you ever play One Cent Machine? We sat there and we played. We played today. It's called, what is it? Red Screen Heaven or Red Screen Stairways. The one that has like 9 reels that spins, and I don't know. It was kind of fun. It was $1.80 spin for a max bet, and it was fun if you wanted to kill time and stretch out $100 for the whole, like $200 for the whole day. You can probably sit there and have fun. But yeah. Yeah, those are. But no, we don't play that much. Do you ever play the 1 cent? Let's see here. Let's reply. Don't worry about the haters. They don't pay the bills. True. Are you gonna go play tonight? Is that just? This is just us communicating and recapping on our weekend this week and seeing how everybody else did. Does anyone tip the hand pay worker, or is it just me? That's a good question. Every hand pay we get, is a minimum of about $1,200. And I, in the beginning, think it's silly to tip, because it's their job. Their job is to bring you money, and they're getting paid hourly to do it. And you're bringing, you're tipping someone that's doing their job. But and I don't know how much, I believe they get paid $8 an hour, $9 an hour, and they make they make their tip and stuff like that. But it does add up. If you're winning $10,000, at least tip them like $20, $100. However you feel like tipping them. You don't have to tip anybody at all. But it is their job. They are bringing you money. And you win some. You're giving. The more you give, the more you get. So that's my philosophy. You don't have to go and marry them and give them a couple $100 from them. And I've seen over tippers too. But however floats your boat. Sounds like a creeper, but I've watched some of your videos. I sound like a creeper, but I watched some of your videos. Thank you. I only tip if they're friendly. Yes. You're not M, just love. My friends give hand pay. My friends give my hand pay, so we just laugh. I don't tip. Yeah. So it depends. I've seen people who hit $20,000 tip $100, $200. I've seen people who win $20,000 who don't tip at all, and it does help out. Everybody in the casino works off of tips. How do you feel about playing during Memorial Day weekend? I never win. I don't know. We had a good luck winning in July 4th weekend, so I think no different. Just like some of these busy nights, catch 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 the room while everyone's getting hand pay and play. And when people are coming in writing slips, those are the prime time for you to press the button as fast as you can. And other than that, that's my philosophy. But if you're going in a room and no one's paying and it's crickets are chirping, stay away. Stay away and don't feed too much of your money into it. Do you have a lucky shirt or coin that you play with? Any superstitions? Um, you know, I don't have too much of a superstitions. I know my wife have a superstition, and she loves to wear her favorite shirt sometimes. Um, so it depends. Um, it depends. So if you have a favorite color, wear your favorite color. If it works for you, stick with it. If you have a favorite, hat to wear or something, if it works for you, do it. I always slip the slot text. They don't uh, they don't mail much. Makes me feel good. I try not to wear green when I go. Green is money. Um, if you take more than 300 in, would you suggest playing $10 on high limit games? I have a video that I do encourage all you guys to rewatch, but I might have to remake that video because in the beginning I didn't talk in it, so it's all a bunch of music and some text on it. But I think it's one of my ninja techniques, number one, number two, and I kind of give a breakdown on if you're playing a $5 machine, stick in X amount of dollars. If you're playing a $10 machine, at least have 750 or whatnot. So. Watch that video. It gives you a general idea on how much to play. It gives you enough to have at least 50 spins. So if you're playing with $5, have at least $500. That kind of deal. Uh, I win when I'm mad at Chris. uh, that's that's tricky. I hate to go to the casino being mad because every time I get mad, I always lose. And I get into my depressing, yeah. So I try to keep a positive energy when I go. So do that. Don't go when you're broke. Don't go when you're sad. Don't go when you're stressing about things. And just go and have fun. And if you lose, don't get too upset about it. You're helping the casino pay their bills, so you'll be okay. Would you say the $5 machines hit more than the $2 machines, or would they be the same? It all depends on the day. I've seen a $2 machine hit $20,000. I've seen a $1 machine hit $20,000. Well, I don't know, 20,000. Yeah, $20,000. And I've seen, a $100 machine hit $1,000. It all depends. If that week's doing well and that machine if that machine got so much action in it to where it's completely filled up, eventually it's gonna pay out. But if you notice in a room, a big crowded room, if all the $5 machines are paying out, maybe it's a $5 weekend. I don't know. If $10 machines are paying out, stick with a $10 machine. So just be observant and check that out. I don't have superstitions, but when I have a routine, it's a gas station, it's the stop, same road snack, use men room, and on. Yeah. Yes, if it works for you, stick with it. Maybe you got to change it up sometimes. I think again, I try to do some good deeds and something good, pay it forward before, maybe I'm just buying my credits then. Maybe it's not a good thing to do, but I try to do something good and see how things play out. So who knows? I win when I talk shit to my machine. They don't do well when you're nice. So you should be cursing at the machine, and hopefully you'll win the jackpot. I'm gonna see a lot of people do that. It's crazy. Does anybody else rub the machine? It's so funny when I do see people rub the machine, and they're rubbing it, they're touching the screen, they're massaging it. they're 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 doing all sorts of stuff, but it's always funny. Um, and maybe it works. Maybe praying to the slot machine gods will make it pay out better. I don't know. Uh, I don't lol really want to, but I feel weird. Are you guys silent or loud jackpot winners? It's funny. I saw a man who got escorted, out of the room yesterday by 2 security, and it's an old man, and you would never think much of it. You think maybe he, his pacemaker wasn't working or something. They just got brought him out. Who knows? But sure enough, you looked around the corner, and one of this machine that he was playing on, he hit $10,000, and he made out like a bandit, and nobody knew what he won, how he won. And then I see ding-dongs in there that literally would win $200, and they scream, their head off. And then you're running around the corner seeing what kind of jackpot it is, and they're like, "Oh, I won $50." And so I don't know. It seems like the louder you are, the less the money, and the quieter you are, the bigger the jackpot. And yeah, when we were down at WinStar playing, the guy hit over 100, and he had over $120,000 off his crazy billions, and he didn't make a chirp at all, like he does it all the time. So I don't know. Yes. What else is going on here? Yep. I really don't. I feel weird. Are you guys sounding loud? Let's see here. Lately, red screens have been so weak that I don't even have reactions to them. Yeah. And you know what? Like, it does happen. Some of these slot machines, again, I think I'm a big fan of fourth quarter. It happens everywhere, whether it's in sales or whatever you do. This is the month. This is the quarter where people have to start dumping their money, or else they're going to pay taxes. And whether it has to do with taxes or not, but this is the giving month. No different that game show we were at. If you had to tally up all their money that they gave away at the show for free, just for sitting in an aisle and just for walking on stage, they literally gave away $50,000 easily just on that game show. Customer Appreciation Day. So no different on all these big promotions right now. Even Riverwind's, offering, 12-year anniversary. We have to give away $120,000 cars and prizes. This is the month that I think everyone needs to go out and play, because this is the dump month, to where this next 4 months down the road is the month that everybody has to go and play, and that's where they're giving back to their customers. Hello, Texas Slaughter. If you haven't seen his channel, check out Texas Slaughter videos. They're pretty nice. How's everything down in your world down there? Former host at WinStar. You're the guy to call if we need to get free comps and stuff like that, right? I was talking to a machine one night while I was getting the red spins, and these guys were walking by, and I heard one of them say, "Look at her talking to herself." Yes. Texas slower. Any secrets? I think she meant Slaughter. Any secrets you want to share? Yeah. Let's see here. Do you notice any patterns of red screens, like when it spins out of the machines, good or not? On some of these slot machines, and again, this is from my point of view, so don't take my word. Take my word for it with a grain of salt. But when you're hitting a jackpot, and when you're hitting a red spin, and it seems to give you like bar, and it gives it to you over and over and over again, that machine is done. It's done in a sense where it's not gonna give you anything bigger beyond that. When you're getting symbols, bars, symbol, double, triple, it's about to start tipping over, and it's going to give you some big jackpots. But when you're playing a machine where you notice, like, you've been sitting there, and whether it's single bet or whatever bet you're doing, it's giving you bar, and if that's the only red spin that you're getting, then it's done for it. But if you're climbing, and from $100 you're climbing to $700-800, and it's still doing the same thing, and it's bar, and you're climbing to 1,000, hey, ride it till the wheels fall off. But are you expecting to hit 3 symbols afterwards or something crazy? No. And that's my thought on some of these symbols and patterns that comes out. The patterns are totally random. Of course, you need to trigger one of these patterns to hit a red spin. But that's my thoughts on that. Let me see here. Can you tell me how taxes work? That is something you need to ask a bookkeeper or accountant. From my personal opinion, and we spoke with a CPA on one of our live stream, or at least I think he was a CPA. He said you can write off whatever you win. You win $100,000, you can write off $100,000. Keep a ledger, keep a bookkeeping of it to where it shows that you won $100,000 and you play back $100,000. You're good. But if you won $100,000 and you want to write off $200,000, that won't work at all. So don't do that. Yes, you don't change your bet. I do believe in that. I think when you're hopping around from 2-bet, 1-bet, 3-bet, and stuff like that, you're kind of confusing up the machine, and you pull it off the mode. So if you're gonna jump in there right away and you're gonna go gangbusters, do max bet and do it for the first 3-4 times, 5 times, and see where it leads you. And if you're not getting any action or the response you need it to, then switch it to 2 and stick with it. But when you're going from 2 to 1 to 4 to 5 and you're just messing around, I don't know. And I've seen people who do that all the time too. And as long as you can climb from it, you're good. But from my personal opinion, I try to stick with it and not jump around as much. What else here? I make videos on my channel for tips, but in short, we play ball. There's sense. Let's see here. Show. I'll make a video on my channel for tips, but in short, if you marry and share cards, make sure your partner plays the same bet level. If you play $5 and $5 spin, and your wife plays 50 cents, then you're what else is there? I'm not able to see the rest. When you do your taxes, write off $3,200 as a loss, and you'll get the $800 back. Okay. Average bet now is $2.75. Second card doesn't affect your win outcome. I don't have taxes besides from last night. Win. We comp base on your average spin and length play. And we can comp base on how much you have to lose in a day. Slots are kings of comps table are trash unless you do $100 a bet. We comp based on your average spins and length of play. So the more money you lose, the better eligibility you are to be a high limit player. Or what do I need what do I need to do if I want to get a free buffet or a free room? How much do I have to lose, within minutes or win? And do they even care about my winnings or they care about my losing? Secondly, card doesn't affect your wins outcome. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. So play with your membership cards, and that way you can get the comps. Your linked. What else is going on, guys? I'm not sure. Any more questions, guys? It's kind of gone. Everybody just sort of just stopped talking. Are you guys able to read me and hear me loud and clear? Let's see. Meanwhile, while we're waiting on some comments and feedback, if you guys have not subscribed to our channel, subscribe. If you guys haven't like our videos, and if you guys want to send us some super chat, do so too. And thank you again, Lady, for sending us a $10 super chat. I get paid cash for my job, so who will I write off the $3,200 to? I get paid cash for my job. You won't, but now you have unreported income that's going to get you in trouble in the long run, Levi. If you have a cash business where you're bringing in $50,000 cash a year, hypothetically, or 100, and you don't write off a single one, and you're telling the IRS you're making $20,000 a year, so you can pay the minimum tax, and then you end up blowing $50,000-$60,000 at the casino, I'm assuming would trigger you for an audit. So I'm no accountant. Speak with your bookkeeper and accountant for that, but make sure your numbers make sense. If you're able to write off, if you don't, yeah. Have you played the new Chronos game? I have not played the new Chronos game. I don't even know what it looks like. Or maybe I do. But no, I don't. If it's a VGT, I'm sure I've seen it. But no, I have not. Not sure if they're new, but I've just tried them a few weeks ago, and they're addicting. I played the new PBR VGT games. They just put them in, and they red screen really back to back, and it makes it exciting if you like to play that. My dad pays my taxes. I'm only 18. Congratulations on an early start on being a gambler. Just don't make it a habit. Is Riverwind a good casino? I want to visit soon. It is a good casino. It's also owned by the same people who own Windstar Casino. It's the closest one to Oklahoma City. One of the closest one. Their closest one in the city, I think, is Newcastle. But they're good casinos. And, of course, the more you play, the more comps you get. So, tax is simple if you're up for the year in gambling. Assuming if you didn't pay taxes up front, IRS taxed you with a rate of 25 to 30% on your net. If you won, example of $5,000, but still negative $1,000. Yes. You don't pay taxes. Gotcha. How, yeah. How have you guys been doing? Ty, have you been winning this week and last week? How have you guys been doing this weekend? You too, Texas. Have you guys been playing a lot? I was very tempted to go to the Backstreet Boys. I think it was the Backstreet Boys concert over at Windstar, but I heard the wind blew down the stage and a few people got hurt and they had to cancel. So I was very disappointed. Did you like the Colossal Reel, like Little Red and Giant Gold? Nope, never played it. Don't know. Want free room? Play at least $1. Play at least $1 per spin and do at least 6 hours play, and those offers will roll in. $1 per spin and do at least 6 hours. Do you notice Texas Slaughter at Windstar that the high limit rooms pay out a lot more than they do in the main room, or that's just a dumb assumption I'm making here. Good job. It really wasn't paying. Oh, at least you came up winning. That's all that matters. But when you come home a dead ninja, that's a bad thing. So as long as you're up, that's all that matters. And as long as you're having a good time, that's all that matters. I just want them to take taxes out, and I still a good filing to win over 1,000. I wouldn't do that. Keep all the money you can, and file your taxes later. Less player and high limits. Remember, when you play VGTs, you're literally playing bingo against other people. More players, less odds. Really? Huh. Thanks for the chat, everybody. Hang to bed. Good night, M. Thanks for listening. Just got home from Choctaw Durant. Came home, $500 loss. Womp womp. Well, that's not good at all. I'm sorry to hear that. I would imagine it's pouring in rain over there, but no, we had a lot of people come out for the game show, and it was some action last night. Bye, make it bleed on your next visit. Yes, make it bleed. Oh yeah. Hello, Kyle. What's going on, brother? Choctaw is awesome. Prefer it over other casinos. I have not went there yet, and we do plan on going possibly next month, and that would be the plan. I hear they're family friendly, bowling alleys, and that's what we're gonna do. I used to know a college kid that would play roulette, betting $1 on red and $1 on black, break even with 2% chance landing on the green, and loses both. But he built up free play, room, and food comp. He's not a genius. Peace out. Looking forward to your next posting. Thank you, Levi. Have a good night. Yes, prefer Choctaw over Windstar any day. You know, I never played at Choctaw, but I got a mailer in the mail, and it was a nice invitation to come out and stay there for a few nights. $100, free play and $50 food comps. And I am impressed, and it looks beautiful, and I will be heading out there. So that is my game plan there. Choctaw feels like Vegas. That's what I was told. So that would be the plan. Kyle, good luck. Let me know how it goes. Tell them Ty said hi. Do you play over at Choctaw a lot, Ty, or do you play over at Windstar a lot? On the way to Windstar. Let's see if I can win. Yes, good luck, Kyle. Hope you win a big jackpot. Today's the day. Who else? Can you play a Hunt for Neptune Gold next time you go to Windstar or Choctaw? They have it. Amazing VGT games with built with big hit potential. I will try to do that again, and hopefully we'll get that on video for you guys. I play mainly at Windstar, but most of the time both. Same days sometimes. Nice. Is it a far drive from Windstar to Choctaw Durant? Or is it like a good hour and a half drive? I need a sponsor. Can you sponsor me? What do you need a sponsor, Bobby? I need you to sponsor me. 45-minute drive? I gotcha. That's not too bad. Maybe we gotta do that next time. Which room pays out more? Crown or Regal? Yes. Is there a... Regal is hot. Okay. That's good to know. Windstar to Choctaw is an hour apart. Oh no. Still a long ass drive. Texas Slaughter. Yeah. Yes, sir. What else is going on with everybody? Everybody still there? I never had to hit a jackpot ever, even on a good line at WinStar. I got free 120 games on a video machine. Max bet $3 and bonus play $48, and I was like, "What the hell? Haha." Have you ever played in McAllister, Oklahoma? I don't even know which casino is in McAllister, Oklahoma. I like Choctaw before the remodeling. For me, WinStar is an hour. For me, Choctaw is an hour and a half. For my grapevine, Regal pays out more than WinStar and Crown. The drive is worth it if you have expiring free plays worth hitting both. No, that's good to know. I know there's two Choctaws, one in Durant and one in I don't know, Catoosa or Teluga or something like that. Are they both the same quality? From the pictures that they sent me, the other one looks like a little bit older, and the one in Durant looks like a lot newer. So, Piccolo or something like that. Yeah. Glenn is the host manager there. He got me the business. Great guy. Why are you no longer a host there, Texas Slaughter? Do you enjoy playing more? And is Glenn a host at Choctaw, or is he a host at WinStar? Choctaw. Small one, right when you enter by the pay. 3 p.m. Durant's the one. Durant is the one newer. What's your card status, Ninja? Our players' card status at the casinos? We are elite status over at Riverwind. And it took us a long time to get that. But the benefits of pretending to wait in line at the buffet and then cutting everybody to go and get your food is priceless. Move way south. Okay. There's 8 Choctaws in Oklahoma. Durant is the best. The rest not having worth the further drive. You got it. That's what I figured. Yeah. Hi, Jason. Thanks, love. Boom. What else? Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Questions, comments, concerns? Hope you guys go out this weekend and Labor Day weekend and kill it this coming week. Is it Labor Day this weekend? Memorial Day? Labor Day? Labor Day. Yes. Is Choctaw, WinStar the same family? No. I believe there are 2 different tribes. And one's Choctaw and the other one is Chickasaw. So no. Yes. Yep. Have you won any good lately? We won 2 jackpots this weekend, and I'll put. We did post some pictures up on Facebook for you guys to see, but I don't think we got good footage of them at all. We got other footage, but not those 2 jackpots that we hit there. But we'll try to put some soon. Heading to bed. I hope it makes it bleed this weekend. I'm determined to win on the payback machine. Thanks for the chat. And oh yes, Labor Day. I'm thinking I said Memorial Day. Yes. I'll let you guys know when I'm in town so we can play Red Screen Ninjas. Yes, let us know. We'll try to link up and hopefully get some things going. I guess on that concludes this tonight's live stream video. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for the super chat, Lainey. Again, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Texas Slaughter. We'll let you know when we're in town. And and other than that, I might even hit you up if we need a casino host. If you still have any connections at WinStar. What's our recommendation on playing $1 machine? Press as fast as you can on there. there's there's no recommendation on $1 machine, but play it, and if it's giving you some good action, max bet it, and if not, change up your denominations. But I do notice sometimes when I'm on a $1 machine and I'm max betting, it doesn't give me shit. But when I drop it down to $1 bet and $2 bet, it pays out. So don't be afraid to switch up the your betting mode on those $1 machines. And again, I've seen more people hit 3 symbols on a single bet than on a $2, $3 machines on those machines. So I believe $1 bet on a $1 machine is not a bad way to go. Thumbs up your way. Thank you so much, guys. Red screen, looking forward to more videos. I agree. Still do. I got you. Thank you. Good night. All right, guys. Good night, everybody. And thank you for watching. And stay tuned for our videos that hopefully I'll be posting tomorrow or tonight. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.